Brothers and sisters, I see this as a fraction mathematical symbol. Sarnetta is the numerator. Brothers and sisters, what does that mean? Brother Sarnetta is on top as the numerator because he is the God of influence. Brother Sarnetta is the God of influence and the father of the conscious community. I'm not going to take that away from that, brother.
Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another Sarnetta TV House of Consciousness production. You already know what it is. We got Saf in the building, Stay Woke TV 101. And of course, Saf is always bringing in that powerful information. Brother Saf, I'm going to just pass it on to you so you could introduce your guest, brother.
Listen, she don't even need no introduction. She could introduce herself. Introduce yourself for the people, sis.
Hello, my name is Meth.
That's your name, that's it?
Yes, my name is Meth. That's what they need to know.
That's what they call you?
Yes, that's what they call me. Even my mother calls me Meth.
Okay, so where you from? Where you from?
I'm from the Bronx, South Bronx.
South Bronx?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you was raised with your moms?
Yes, I was raised with my moms and my sisters and my brothers.
And how was that? How was that life experience growing up as a kid?
Growing up was harsh. You know, I've been in foster homes. My father was in prison. You know, of course, he was on drugs. I grew up with 4 older sisters, 2 older brothers, 2 little sisters, and a little brother. So I was like always like not the middle child, but like the least favorite of them all.
So what's your nationality?
I am Puerto Rican.
You Boricua?
Yes, Boricua.
Born in Puerto Rico?
New York Rican.
Oh, I'm about to say, you born in Puerto Rico?
I was not born in Puerto Rico, no.
Oh, so you're a New York Rican?
Yes, the New York Rican.
Okay.
From the hood.
So what part of Puerto Rico your family from?
I think my mother's from Ponce and my father is from Mayagüez.
Okay, so for you, Ponce and Mayagüez?
Mayagüez, yeah.
This your people up in here support her. She in the building?
Yes, my little sis.
She got a book out and all that, so you better be ready. Be prepared for her because she got a good, strong story to tell
y'all.
So,
if you don't mind, how old are you?
I just turned 40, October 15th.
You turned 40, October 15th. Can you give us a little history of your upbringing? Like, what was your upbringing like?
Poor.
Explain.
Well, I'm not going to say that my mother was never on drugs, so I can't say that. You know, but being that she had so many of us, and my father was like heavy on drugs, you know, and he got accused of something like that was really bad, you know, like with his sister. So we was taken away. In the process of us being taken away, you know, my mother got us back, and like I think we lasted like in the foster home for like 2 years, but just the females got removed because, you know, it was like a man-female crime or whatever at that time. So I would say my upbringing was lonely because although I had all those siblings, I was younger than all of them. All my sisters are older, you know, so it was just always me, my little sister, my 2 brothers. Everyone else was older than I. My mother's 72, so imagine. So, and I have my nieces and nephews. It was just sad. I don't know, boring. I don't know, it was just...
So at what age did that happen, like when you first went into foster care or group home, whatever?
I think I was 7. Yeah, I was 7.
7?
I was 7. Because they accused my father of, you know, having sex with his sister and so on and so forth. So then they removed all the females from the family, and that's how it happened. Yeah.
All right, so with your moms, right? Y'all was close, right?
Yes, my mom and I are already close.
So I know, like that whole experience right there, you being close with your moms and then them taking you away from her. Like, how did that make you feel, like being away like that?
At that age, because I didn't know, I was 7. So what do you know as a child, you know? Mm-hmm. But it just made me feel like, are you coming back for me? Like, why did they take me for? You know, like, what did I do? Like, I just want my mom. You know, so my mother never gave up. Even to now, my mother's still the same. Okay. You know, my mother's a strong woman, like, very strong. Like, and I think that's where I get my strength from my mom, you know? And I don't know, I just felt like I was never going to see her again. Or like when I came back home, it was just like, am I next? Am I the next one to get raped? Like, would somebody touch me? Like, would somebody abuse me? Would I be able to tell somebody? You know, and I think that's what led me to the life that I grew accustomed to. You know, the alcohol and the so on and so forth, you know?
Yeah, let's talk about that a little more, because a lot of us, we don't like to talk about things that happen within the family as far as molestation. What can you enlighten the people out there about that? A lot of people shy from that right there.
Well, I never really got molested, but I've been around. So it's like something that happened within my family. So I feel like it's something that happens. We're at the age that it happens, we're children, we're innocent. We don't know better. We're afraid to tell someone. So if it happens, it's something of your life. It's something of your past. You know, it's okay to express it. It's okay to tell somebody about it. It's okay to get it out your system. You know, I'm not a victim myself, but I've been around it. I witnessed it. My family went through it. I have sisters that have been molested.
So in reality, you really are a victim. You're not a direct victim, but
Yes.
you're a victim because you seen it.
And
You felt the fear.
later in life, I became a victim. Later in life,
Okay.
you know, but at that age, I wasn't a victim because I remember I had older siblings that protected me.
Okay.
Now, what do you mean when you say later on in life you became a victim? What do you mean by that?
Because when I was in the prison system, you know, to fast forward my life, I was, you know, touched by a CO, a lieutenant. You know, and that's how I was able to get transferred out of there because he took my commissary. I did 2 years in SHU. My mail, I couldn't get my
We're going to go
mail.
into that.
So that's why
I
I'm
was
like,
about to say the same thing.
you know, later on in life, that's why I said later on in life. So when we talk about it, we could, you know, fast forward and, you know, then
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what happened.
All right, so tell me all right, so you in Force Home, you came back home, you with your moms. So being home, I know you happy, you back at home with your siblings. So then tell me about that experience, like you came home, you doing good in school?
I mean, I came home, I was in school, you know, then I had a surgery at the age, I think, of 11. I was in a hospital for like a year. So it's just like that, within that gap is like, I don't recall.
Okay.
You know, I had my appendix removed. So I was I almost died. So, but as my mother's side, I grew up fine. My father's side was this crackheads and dope fiends and rapists, and so that was the part of my childhood that I was afraid the most. Like, will my uncle touch me? Will he rape me? Will my father do it? You know, would my mom believe me? You know, it was just that. So that's what I took to the street because it was like I felt more protected. Although I have a lot of siblings, even now to this day, you know. I'm really close with my family. You know, I still have my mom and I still have my dad.
All right.
But it's just like, that's what I gravitated to the street because I felt protected. I felt like if you were my big bro, then nobody could do nothing to me because I have you, I have y'all.
So when you gravitated to the streets, how old were you?
I gravitated to the streets when I was 13.
13, and what was that?
It was, at first, it was just like, because my mom worked. You know, my sisters are older, so being that I was much younger, I was able to leave. And then I had a curfew, so I had to be home at a certain time. So whatever I did in the street, my mother was oblivious to it. She didn't know. You know, until, you know, got stabbed and got jumped and I got arrested. I got my first arrest when I was 13. Somebody was like rolling a blunt or something and the cops rolled up and then I got arrested with them and I'm like, okay.
So then what happened then when you got arrested the first time?
Nothing. The girl, they let us go because the girl was rolling a blunt in the street and then the cops just arrested us. You know, that's it. But that's about it. But I used to run away from home. I wasn't sexually active then, but I was running away from home. Like, I wasn't listening to my mom. I didn't want to go to school. You know, I had older sisters, so it was like, what the fuck you gonna tell me? Like, y'all older than me. Like, leave me alone. Like, I didn't have someone there to just watch me. Like, all right, you coming back from school, stay in the house. No parents home. So, I'm leaving. You know? Yeah. So that's how it was for me growing up. Like, right, so I didn't have rules and regulations.
All right, so no rules and regulations. You out in the street. So you saying you had like big homies like that was in the set big homies or just like people from the block?
Yes, because my era, I turned gang in the early 90s and that was the era where it was first initiated. So everybody was home. You know?
How old you was?
I was 15.
When you first came home?
Yes, I was 9 Trey. Mm-hmm.
So somebody brought you
I was home from, I was like the OG Mac era and, that era. That was my era.
Now, hold up, Shaq, because you confused me a minute. When y'all saying when you first came home, like came home
The
from
era
where?
when I first became blood.
Oh.
Like when you become blood, mean you coming home. Like
okay.
you finally
Yeah,
came
you come home because
you've been out in the wilderness, so
created
you home now.
You're a part of a family now.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the era that I was.
I'm a little lost.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right, so you came home, you got blood in. How you got brought home? How they brought you home? They jumped you? They just brought you home?
To be honest, I'm not even going to try to gas or make nobody, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I'm cool, like everybody just loves meth. I became Meth that time. Mm-hmm. I became Meth when I was 13. Like, I changed my name. My name is Inez, so I changed my name to Meth.
Your name is what?
Inez.
Inez?
Yes.
Okay.
So I changed my name from that to Meth, and it just stayed with me. So when I came home, it was like we was in Patterson Projects, just all hanging out, and this guy named Rob Lowe, he's no longer with us, I wanted this girl beat up. So I was like, all right, like, I'll fight her, like, what's up? So I fought the girl, not knowing that if I fight the girl, I was going to get initiated. I didn't know. Because if I knew, I would never fought. I would have been a punk. Because from there, my life went just like, so I fought the girl, and then next thing you know, I was blood.
All right, so you non-Trey.
At the time.
At the time. So you was non-Trey and then you...
And then I turned hat.
Oh, then you came hat.
Soon, years later.
All right. So then you non-Trey, you out in these streets. You out here
thugging and
bugging.
Wearing my bandanas and my beads and, doing all that crazy stuff.
How is it for females, like, that's in the gang? Like, is it true that females be getting trains ran on them and all that? Like,
yes.
Wow. You know what?
Yes.
I had that right in my mind. You took it from me, bro.
Yes, it's true, depending on, but being that I'm popular, all my friends are guys, even to this day. Like, it's rare that I'm with females. Like, she's probably like one of my females that's not DNA related. I mean, she's my sister. I call her my sister, but I'm talking about like DNA related. That's who I be with. I don't be with nobody outside. Everybody to this day that are my friends are guys.
Okay.
Because I made a name for myself. I did bids. I got shot. I seen things. I never folded. I didn't tell. I never, set nobody up or did anybody wrong. So even to this day, I'm still who I was back then. Still get, Meth, what's up? So people still gravitate to me, even now.
So tell me, how you get that name Meth? Where that come from? Method Man?
Because I'm in love with Method Man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't get me started.
I'm like, damn, Meth. That had to come from Method Man.
My heart just skipped a beat.
You still like Meth?
Yes, I love him. Jesus Christ. I'd be like, just one wish, Method Man, please. Just one night. Please.
All right, so then.
But anyway.
You in the set. So, like, what type of shit you was doing? Like, I know at the age of 15, you
At that time, we was jumping people. You can walk through my neighborhood with a red bandana. But that was back in those days. You couldn't wear red. You had to know your oath. We stand in front of the store. We jump people. It was just...
You knew your oath?
No.
You ain't know your oath?
I ain't know it. All I know how to go is brat. That's all I knew.
That's it?
That's all I knew at that time, So it was just like I knew all the guys. Like, who I needed to know is who I know.
Okay.
So that's what it was.
I want you to go back a little bit. Talk about the sex sin. Like, what was that like? Like, when females come in and the brothers is there, they be like, oh, no, we got to sex her in.
So I seen it done one time, and I stopped talking to a lot of them. It was this female, her name is Nordica, and she wanted to be, a part of the, the family, and she didn't want to fight. So I was like, okay, she don't want to fight. So what's the next option? So now we go into an abandoned building on Cypress, because that's where I'm originally from, and I remember it was so many guys in that one room, and I just couldn't. I would just, because I felt like, God forbid they kill her or something, I witnessed it, So I tried to talk her out of it. She's like, no, I want to. It was like probably, no exaggeration, like 18 guys. If that.
How is the woman looked at after that? Do they give her the respect or?
No. No, that's how, and we'll speak about that later on. Like, when you are part of something, you got to be the woman that everybody wants and the woman that everybody wants to be. So that's how I was able to become who I was and who I became. Because I know that you like me. I know that you want me. So if I don't give myself to you, you're going to do anything that I want, right? You are my command. It's just like a man and a woman. I meet you down the block. You see me, yo, let me get your number. Da-da-da. You're going to wine me and dine me and do all this to get into my pants, right? That's what men and women do. If I'm attracted to you, we together, I'm going to be all that I can be to get everything that I want from you. And once I get what I got from you, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch up on you. So if I hold back, you're on my demand, correct?
Right.
The power of seduction, that's all we have. That's why being a woman is powerful.
So how was you able to get past all that? How you was able to get through all that? Why they wasn't trying to sex you in? How you get past that?
Because I grew up with them and they know that I like to fight. So,
Oh, so
and,
you wasn't happy.
I'm not trying to say that I could beat the world, but I have a strong persona. You know, like, I'm strong. Like, my presence is known when I walked into a room. Like, I'm respectful though, but I'm just like, it's like I give this aura, like, who this bitch thinks she is? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of aura I give. Like, I will fucking be a happy home. You better leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so then how long you was non-trade for?
I was non-trade until, I think, 2002. Because once I got incarcerated, it was like the person that I came home under passed away. So he got killed, actually. And then when I was in the prison system, I was trying to start my own situation, which was called Black Row Mafia. But being that I was already in the system, it was like kind of hard, so I really couldn't. But I was still in tune with everybody.
So what year you went in the system?
I went into the system in 2000, the ending of 99, 2000, beginning of 2000.
How old you was then?
I just turned 19.
19? And what you went in for?
I went in for homicide.
Homicide?
Yes.
All right, so then you go in for a homicide. What the fuck is that like? Like, you a female, like, homicide.
What happened was, it wasn't like, I got accused for it. My co-defendants, they told.
They told on you?
They told on me.
Snitched on you?
Yeah. So
Were they in the gang as well? Was they in the trade?
Yeah. One of them just passed away. The police just killed him or something. But it was one of my cousins. My cousin actually told on me. Let's be real. And my blood cousin. And what happened was, you know, I told you at the age of 13 I started drinking. Heavy. You know, I probably smoked weed like once or twice in my whole life. And we walked into the liquor store to get liquor. And you know how behind they got a plexiglass?
Yeah.
So the Chinese guy is behind the plexiglass. So being that he's behind the plexiglass, one of my co-defendants started beating on me. So in the midst of him doing that, which I wish that he never did, but in the midst of my co-defendant beating on me, my cousin beating on me, the guy came from behind the plexiglass to break up the fight. He punched him. He hit his head on the counter. He died. That happened October 12th of 2000. 99, 2000. Okay. So the guy died on my birthday. I remember that. Yeah, he died on my birthday. So when we all got arrested, I'm like, I don't know. They didn't have no cameras. They didn't have no fingerprint. They said 5 guys went in there. I'm a female. I remember that day, like yesterday, I had on yellow and blue Vasquez and a Jabot one-piece suit. That's when Jabot was popping.
Yeah.
You too young. You don't know about that. You shaking your head, girl. You don't know nothing about Jabot. You don't know nothing about Jabot. So when we got arrested, you know, I kept it like, nobody's gonna tell. We all guys. You know, y'all the guys. We gonna sip like our mouth. No fingerprint, no nothing, you know? Nope, I set it up, and I got the guy to come out, so I got the most time.
They got you as setting it up? Like that was all staged for y'all to fight, and then he come out?
Yep.
It wasn't no robbery or nothing done, right? So he happened to just, he hit his head.
And that's it. It was like we
died.
just went in there and I went to jail for free. It was like, arrest me.
And he died by mistake. That wasn't even
intentional. Blood trauma
intentional.
to his head, and I got charged with felony homicide.
See, now that's the type of shit I be talking about with like the kids today. Like, you could go to jail. Like, I be seeing a lot on YouTube and like kids be snuffing the dude and he fall back and hit his head and he died. You know what I'm saying? And I know a dude that did that before. He was in the army and he had a family, had a house and everything. And he was in a bar and he had a fight, he hit a dude, hit his head, died. And he wound up getting 9 years for that.
Okay, my plea was 17. So, me being a female, just going into the system, I was way smaller, you know. I think for me, I had always had a good support system. That's one thing. You know, like my sister, I have a little sister, you know, her name is Peaches. Like, she's like always been my best supporter. Like, so I've never went, and that's something that I'm blessed for, you know. I've never went without commissary, or I've never went without anything, you know. So, but what I experienced in there is just like, it was just horrifying. Like, when the judge sentenced me, it was just like, I didn't cry. I didn't cry till years later, till I got searched and set up with fucking razors, and gang unit want to come, and officers want to touch you and have sex with you and set you up. And
What is that? What prison is this?
I was in Albion.
That's where you first went to?
No, I went to Bedford. I did 5 years in Bedford, which was fine. I didn't have no problems. I was with the lifers. I didn't have no issues. Once I got to Albion, it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Officers beating up on the girls, raping them, lost in the system. It was horrifying. It
So the
was bad.
officers is raping what? Just only the male officers or females too?
The males.
Just the male officers raping them, like holding down rape?
Yeah.
What? So what was Albany doing?
Nothing.
And people was pushing it, like tell I got raped and shit like that? Mm-hmm. And we we spoke about that before.
They
about how
don't
they
do
was raping
anything.
people's
The
families.
cameras was not working. Like, they lied because they're officers. So I'm an inmate. You're an officer. Who you gonna believe first? You're gonna believe your fellow officer, right? Until there's proof. So that's why officers was getting their jobs taken. Like, all right, you want me to suck you off? So all right. So don't wear a condom. And that's how they was getting set up. Like, all right, so of course you're gonna ejaculate in my mouth. So, you know, when you're wiping yourself, of course I'm gonna sneak a little DNA.
Right.
So that's how they was getting, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, they wasn't doing anything.
Damn,
They
that's
wasn't doing
crazy.
nothing. And sometimes I used to be like, because I'm not going to say like I'm the most prettiest girl in the world, but like, sometimes I used to be like, why couldn't it just be ugly? Like, just to be in the system.
Was
You know?
was any of
Man.
the women trying to hit on you in there?
Jesus Christ.
Like, that's another
Were they?
discussion.
I had a million people saying I was their girlfriend. Yes, they were. I had the officers and the inmates. So it was just like, you know, I'm from the Bronx. You know, they from Albany. They from Lockport, New York. They from Buffalo. You know, you got the swag, the New York swag. So it's like, you cute, your hair long. You know, you got a nice little body. So it's like, you know. And then years later, you figure out everybody got their body done. So you get the same question like, when the fuck you came to jail? Did you get your body done? Bitch, I never heard of that. Bitch, I've been in jail for 11 years. 11 years and 4 months and 5 days and 7 hours. Like, no. But it was horrifying. It was horrifying. It was bad. I
So you
did
ever
2 years in SHU. My bunkie was a tomboy. And I remember sleeping. And I just felt somebody, like, touching on me. And I'm like, got up and punched in the eye. She went and told the CO on me. It was really bad.
Oh, you was in the dorm?
Yeah, we had, in Albion is dorms.
Yes, that's a medium.
It's dorms. It's like vegetables like that, like
Cubes.
cubes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so then you had fights while you was in there?
Man, I should have brought my disciplinary. Did I? Yeah.
So what type of shit you got into? What type of fights you had up in there?
I had a fight with one girl, with the aggressive girl named Lisa. I stabbed another girl named Mousy in her neck by the Sally part. This girl named Ty. Only had 3 fights in there. 3? Yeah, 3 fights. Other than that, I was chill. Don't bother me.
You
don't
didn't
bother
start
me.
no trouble though, right?
Do I look like a troublemaker?
Yeah. You look like it. You look like the one that'll put it out there verbally and then let everybody do the work.
No,
No? Like a shot caller.
not me.
No? She ain't no shot caller? I'm asking you.
My sis, not my sis.
No?
Am I a shot caller?
No, you don't. I mean, you don't cause no problems. No, if there's a problem there, she gonna handle it. But other than that, no, there's no problems.
I'm an angel.
Right?
Yeah, you ain't no damn angel. You gotta get out of here with that. All right, so tell me about, so was you still banging then?
Actually, no.
You wasn't banging no more?
No, because you know what's funny? And I'm happy that you asked that question, right? Females, when we in prison, we don't have to worry about gangs. Because we don't have nobody like phone check. We don't have to hold that masculine, like, We could be like, we could pretend. Because bitch is worried about, damn, you got pretty hair. You fire. So they're not worried about that. They worried about, you fire. Like, I want to be like you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be a gang affiliated. But my problem came years after, but whatever. But in the state, you don't. Nope. I was not.
Oh,
I was in tune with like everybody in the street. Like I was in tune with like writing and stuff. Like I was still, had my name out there. But in jail, it was just like, bitch, I'm going home.
Oh, so you wasn't claiming nothing in there. You was non-trade, but you wasn't claiming though.
No, I was just quiet because there's nobody in it that was gang. Everybody was white, crackheads, dope fiends, like, you know. I never met in the state. I only met one person that was a gang member, and she was some fucking shit I never even heard of. She was from Lockport, New York.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, yo, you a gang member? She told me you a gang member. And me in jail, you can't ask me if I'm something because I'm a lie to you. I'm gonna tell you my name is something else. I'm from another borough. I'm a lie to you.
Yeah.
Before you went in, did you have a boyfriend? You had a man?
I had several boyfriends.
Did any of them come to hold you down?
Yes. That's the one thing I can say. Yes.
Beautiful. Good.
Yes. They did.
So what was going on with your moms? Like you locked up, how your moms was taking this shit?
My mom came to see me. My mom visited me a few times. She took it hard, but she was still there. She gave me the support that I needed. She was there. My sisters was there. My brothers. She had myself and one of my brothers incarcerated at that time. So it was just like, but my mom came to see me and she was there, I was able to call home and, but my little sister, the one I have another sister that passed away, but while I was in the feds, but I have another little sister, Peaches. She's like my ride or die, like, to the death. Like, even now, she's my ride or die.